Hi, I'm Sara Moulton. Welcome to Sara's Weeknight Meals. I have my buddy here, Elizabeth Karmel, and she is the expert on grilling, and specifically grilling for women.
Thank you.
Because you are the executive chef at Hill Country Barbecue, and you've written so many books on the subject. Okay, so what are we making today? We are grilling.
Okay, I have to tell you, we're making one of my favorite meals. It's Chicken Paillard over a Greek farmer salad with Tzatziki sauce.
Oh, perfect for
summer.
So
refreshing and so delicious.
And so healthy, really.
Yeah, and you know what? There are layers and layers and layers of flavor. If you can do me a favor and pound those chicken breasts.
I'm going to.
I have a little technique that I love doing is I put a little bit of oil in the bag.
Isn't that interesting? I put a little bit of water in the bag.
Well,
but hey, oil makes sense too.
You know what? This is a case where oil and water is going to mix.
You got it. There you go. Okay, so a little bit of oil so it doesn't tear when we're pounding it.
Exactly. So I'm going to make the wet rub. I love this. I'm going to put a little garlic, a little lemon zest.
My teacher, my grilling guru, has always told me to start by preheating the grill.
You're right. So that's the first step. Is to always preheat the grill. I'll do that right now.
This is a great thing to do when you're in a bad mood. It just sort of gets it all out.
No, well, you know, cooking is very therapeutic, right?
It is.
And there's nothing more therapeutic than pounding chicken. You know, a lot of people I know tend to buy garlic that's already minced because they don't want to mince it.
Oh, it tastes so awful, don't you think?
It tastes so awful. So I say don't do that. But instead of having to worry about mincing it with a knife, if you use a little rasp like this, you get perfectly grated and minced garlic. And I'm gonna zest a couple of lemons, and I wanna make sure I don't get any of the bitter white pith while I'm doing it.
All right, I just about got it. That looks good, doesn't it?
That looks perfect.
Okay,
That's great.
Okay, I'll just let them slither on in here.
Okay, and now I'm gonna actually remove the garlic and the lemon. I like to use a really coarse sea salt, and then just a dab, literally a dab, a quarter teaspoon of water. And this is almost as therapeutic as you pounding them. I love this.
Rolling pin, yes.
And the salt really helps extract a lot of flavor from the lemon zest and the garlic.
I'm going to measure the oregano here.
Yes, we need 1 teaspoon.
Why are we using dried?
You know what? In any kind of rub for grilled food, it's much better to use dried herbs. This is a little bit of a wet rub because the dried herbs, first of all, they're more powerful, so you need less of them. And then secondly, we want to get a nice crust on the food, and the wetter it is, the longer it takes to get that crust on the food. So we're also going to put about a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. And you know what? We might just put a tiny bit more oil on there because you know what I always say, oil the food, not the grate.
Not the grate, not the grill.
Okay, so you can see here that we just have a little bit more than a tablespoon, but it's extremely flavorful. And so it really packs a real punch. So I'm just going to divide that in 4. Let's just brush it so that there are no clumps.
So how long do we marinate this for?
We're going to let this marinate for 30 minutes, and it's really important to let it marinate for 30 minutes because that way the first quarter inch of the chicken will really absorb all those flavors.
And I noticed because we've got salt in there, it's almost like we're sort of brining it a little.
You're exactly right. So I'm just going to put a little bit more oil on just to make sure that the chicken doesn't stick and that it stays really juicy on the inside. Oh, this is going to be so good. I can't wait.
This is a gas grill. We could use charcoal. We could use a grill pan. But since we're using a gas grill, we preheated it to what?
We preheated it with all the burners on high until it got over 500 degrees. And then I reduced the heat to a medium heat of about 400. And we're going to cook this over direct heat using...
Oh, we start with those.
Using my favorite, red tongs, because red means raw.
Okay.
Stop, raw food touch these. And then after I turn them and they're ready to come off the grill, we're going to use the green tongs, because green means go, cooked food
And if you didn't have these snappy little tongs, you could just put a strip of red or a strip of green on 2 separate tongs to keep them straight.
Exactly. So remember, Sarah, you want to oil the food, not the grate. This is so important. This is, when people realize this, it changes their grilling life.
Changes their life.
It changes their grilling life, at least. Okay, so if you oil the grates, which a lot of people do, what happens is you've preheated the grill, right? And so that is a torch ready to happen, right? You've got an oily paper towel, and you go against the grates, and that could easily ignite. So it's a fire hazard. That's number one. But number two, oil burns really, really quickly, and then it becomes really tacky. You know how you felt the bottom of a saute pan that hasn't been washed well and it's sticky? So that's what happens to the cooking grates, and then it's like gluing your food to the cooking grates.
Wow, okay, that's, if nothing, that's more compelling than anything I've ever heard before.
But then the real food reason is if you oil the food, all the juices stay inside the food. It promotes caramelization, and you know how important those roasty, toasty grill marks are, and it also prevents stickage.
Okay, well, there you go.
So there you go. That's why you always should oil the food, not the grates.
What if you want to make those cool crosshatches? How do you do?
I love crosshatches. Let's do it. I'll show you. Luckily, I put all of the chicken straight on the grates. So basically, all you want to do is you want to pick it up and turn it 25%.
Okay.
And then you'll get those great crosshatch marks. So now I'm just turning it at an angle. And I'll get that.
Okay.
Look how beautiful that looks.
3 minutes on that side.
3 minutes on this side.
Total.
So it's 3 to 4. So it's been there about 2. We'll leave it another 2, and then we'll flip it over.
Do you want me to chop parsley or something while
Yes,
we're waiting?
that would be great.
Okay.
Why don't you do that? And I will actually cut some lemons.
We should turn them, right?
We should, yes.
Okay, so now do we switch to our green tongs? No.
No, we're going to turn them first, and then we're going to switch. So look at those gorgeous grill marks.
I love it. They're beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful?
And I'm going to, meanwhile, get our salad here. And this is our Greek salad. So we've just got tomatoes and cucumber and onion and olives and tzatziki, right?
Right. And I love this salad. This is my favorite salad. There's no lettuce to it. It's just all the yumminess of a salad.
Do you think we're ready yet?
Let's look.
All
right, now we're going to use the green tongs.
Okay, and how are you going to know when it's done?
You know what? I'm going to know by touching it and also by looking to see if the meat has shrunk up. The great thing about meat, though, too, is as you let it rest, it also continues to cook a little bit. So this will probably continue to cook about 4 or 5 degrees. So I think that's perfect. Beautiful crosshatch marks.
Yay!
Yay!
Is this something that needs to rest after we take it off?
Yes, all meat needs to rest because that allows the juices to reabsorb, and that's especially important for chicken, especially boneless, skinless chicken, which has a tendency to be sort of tough and dry.
Yeah.
And letting it rest will really make a big difference.
Right.
Wow. I can't wait to eat this. Look how beautiful it looks.
So gorgeous. And it does give off some juice. Here, I'll hold it for you.
Okay. There. While it's still hot, you just squirt some lemon on top so that it really gets another nice burst of lemon.
Oh, I love this.
And we're going to put a little lemon zest. So you put the parsley, and I'll put a little lemon zest.
Oh, what a nice idea. What a great thing to make. I mean, this is a weeknight meal for the family, but this would be great for entertaining, too. Well, thank you so much for our grilled chicken paillard with country Greek salad.
Yes.
Yay, we got to try this.
I know,
I'm gonna go get some pork.